Hi guys, welcome back. Today's topic is going to be something that's a bit sensitive, something that I'm still kind of learning, and I'm just sharing it, hoping to again inspire you guys, and also just so you can learn from my mistakes as well, some of the mistakes that I've made. Yeah. So my mom passed when I was like 6 years old, and I remember being the the funeral, and I remember seeing my sister cry. um I didn't really see my brothers cry like that. And then I remember like sitting down. I was sitting down on this mat, and it's like you can just see, like, obviously there's like loads of people in it, so you can just see like kind of everything going on. And then I'm sitting there, I'm trying to cry, and it's just like I can't find. And obviously I thought the reason was maybe because I was too young for me to kind of realize the importance of a mother. But then, I think I was 12 or 13 when my firstborn brother passed away. And so when this happened, I thought, oh, this time I'm definitely gonna cry. I didn't, I didn't really cry then. I think I shed a tear. But then it was just something that I just pushed in the back of my head. I was just like, you know what, life goes on. Carried on going on with life now. And then I think around the age of, like, mind you, all this time I'm thinking, fam, am I heartless? I was just like, ah. But anyway, and then I think like at 17, that was like around the first time I was like actually like emotional, and cried. And it was like when my dad, I think it came out the shower, and I think the water was cold or something. And then he was just shaking bare, like he was shaking for time, and he couldn't control it. And it, obviously it stopped after a bit, but like, yeah, that was quite scary still. And that was one of the first times I was actually like emotional. And then I think even when he passed, initially when I heard the news, I didn't really cry. I sat there, and it was just like, I don't know. I don't know where my mind went, but it was like the only time I cried was when obviously my sister got back now. And then I'm like kind of hugging to comfort her. But then, like, when I felt like she was about to cry, that made me like upset because I love my sister a lot. But then I felt like I was more crying because of her, not because like I'm mourning over my dad. Does that make sense? And obviously after that, the funeral was like for like a good 2 weeks, if that makes sense. Like, obviously people were coming over my house, family, just bare family. Like, that's what we do in the Zim culture, innit? And then, so there were times where we went to the morgue, and so I cried then. And then I think I cried when we all like sit in a circle in it, and then we kind of just, I don't know, they preach. I think, yeah. Cried like one time then, but I feel like I didn't let myself cry enough, if that makes sense. And I think what even made it worse was there was a lot of alcohol that was around, like loads. And obviously I play a lot of football in it, so I've never drunk like that. But I've heard that people drink when they're going through things. So I was like, what have I got to lose? Yeah. I must have been drinking. I'm drinking. And then cause I've never drank before, I'm thinking, bro, why do people even do this? So like I was sitting on this like on the counter, and then I jump off, and then as soon as I jump off, it's like, bro, I'm like, whoa. And it's like I can't walk properly, and I'm like, oh my days. And obviously all of my family's in the other room, and I'm like, oh my days. And then I just ran upstairs quickly, and I fell asleep. But then I fell asleep so easy, and I was like, the next day I did the same thing just so I could fall asleep. Next day I did the same thing, like five days in a row. And around the sixth, I was like, okay, this is kind of starting to be a bad habit, so let me just stop. And then even then, I think after that, I had times where I felt emotional, times where I wanted to cry, but it was just like, nah, I wouldn't let myself cry. And I'm just sharing this with you guys so you guys can learn from my mistakes, and so that you don't make the same mistakes as me. I was watching this video before and it said, learn from observation, don't learn from experience. So don't go through something and then learn from it when you can learn from observation. So when you can learn from something that I've told you, so that next time if you're in a similar situation, or in a situation where it's emotional, you don't run away from it, or you don't push away your emotions. Like, you just feel like crying, like, cry, bro. It's okay. And this is what I have to tell myself loads of times, like, it's okay to cry, it's okay to cry, it's okay to cry. But yeah, after that, obviously life goes on, and I'm going back to school, preparing for uni, and it's just like that whole thing that just happened, I just kind of put it again in the back of my head, try carry on with life. But then there's times where I'm sitting down and I'll smell something and it will remind me of the hospital, or I'll see someone's teeth and it will remind me of my dad, and it's like I'll feel emotional, I feel like I want to cry, and I'll just be like, nah, can't cry. But I feel like when you get into the habit of doing that, you start to hold in a lot of emotions, and when you do that, they're gonna explode, or you might try and deal with it in another, you might try to deal with it by using other things, but that can only help you for some time, if that makes sense. So it's like me, I had that time where all my emotions just like exploded, bro, and it was a mad time still. But I remember talking to my sister about it, and she was just telling me, like, yo, don't feel bad about the emotions you're feeling. Like, it's okay. Like, if you want to cry, it's okay. And it's like, when she said that to me, that made me feel like so much better. It didn't make me feel like I was weak. It didn't make me feel like I was less of a man. So that's why I'm saying one of the first lessons that I learned from this whole thing is like, yo, if you want to cry, if you're going through something and you feel like crying, cry. Don't try and, push it away. If you don't cry, that's okay as well. But just, just acknowledge that I'm sad right now. Okay, that's okay. I feel sad. But obviously, I would advise that after you've cried, after you've, sat down, recollect yourself and just get up, keep grinding, and just keep going. There's some motivational people I listen to as well. I'll put them in the link in the description. They're quite good. There's this guy called Inky. I used to listen to him like every single day. His life is mad still. But yeah, man, this is why I just put out this video, to let you guys know, especially guys, because we try and man up a lot to things. Like, that only works for some time. After a while, those things are just gonna come and bite you in the back. So just, yeah, man, that's something I'm still learning as well, learning how to cry, and knowing that it's not a bad thing, knowing that it doesn't make you weak. Like, it's okay, bro. Like, life hits sometimes. And even what helped me was looking at King David. He, like, a lot of his psalms that he wrote, there were times where he was crying. There were times where he was saying, my tears have become my food. So it's like, that made me feel again better about crying, should I say. And yeah, man, it doesn't make you weak. It just means you fought a hard battle. Right? As I keep saying to myself, it doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you fought a hard battle. And my battle is going to be different to your battle, but they're still both hard. So don't look at me and feel like, because I've lost this many things, it's okay for me to cry, and it's not okay for you to cry because you haven't lost as much as me. Nah. Your battle is still harsh. I mean, if I was in your shoes, I'll probably feel the same as you're feeling right now. So you get me? Yeah, man. But just, well, I'm still growing. I'm still learning, man. And I hope you guys grow and learn with me, and we become better men, better women, and we just keep putting out this positivity, man. Do all that good stuff, liking, subscribing, and commenting, just helping your boy grow. But yeah.